What's up, guys? This is Saladin60, and like I told y'all, as soon as I got my replacement iPhone 4s, I would shoot a video over how to do it, how to go into the Apple Store, who to call, how to set everything up, and I would also showcase some of the things that were fixed by the replacement phones. Now, guys, I'm not going to promise you that this is a 100% fix, because it's like anything else, and it's either hit or miss. Now, with me, I've had a lot of success with these new phones. It's fixed a lot of the issues I was having. So let's talk about some of the issues that these phones have right out of the box. Now, first of all, my biggest issue, aside from the death grip, because that's just something that Apple's addressing this problem, guys. We're all getting new cases, and I mean, that's the last thing I'm going to say about it. These replacements have been better than the other ones, but it hasn't been, a humongous change. Now, the biggest problem that I was having with these phones, and probably the reason I was able to exchange them, was because right there, the proximity sensors were off. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, I'm going to show y'all. This phone doesn't have the problem, but my other phones did. Say I'm going to make a call. So I'm making a phone call. Alright, and in the middle of the phone call, I would lean the phone up against my face and it would do that. Or it would do that. Then it would do that, and finally it could do that. Now, basically what this meant for me, guys, is that I was dropping calls, I was pausing people, and it just was a situation that I didn't want to be in. So this is the main problem that I got across to the Apple Care representatives. Now, as you can see, this phone's brand new, and here are my slips. I didn't just get one, guys, I got two. My wife and me. Boom. Show you all the dates on those. 17 July 2010. I know it's been a while, but I've been pretty busy. Now, the biggest reason that I was able to get this replacement was, like I said, the proximity sensor was off. Now, guys, the Apple Care representative got across to me that this is not a software issue. It's a hardware issue. And they said that the first thing I should try to do is bring this across to the Apple Genius. Now, let's talk about the steps you have to take to getting this phone. First of all, you need to call the Apple Care people, or call the Apple people, and talk to a representative. Now, the first thing they're going to tell you is that, okay, we understand your issues, everything's fine, and what we can do is, since we have had such a high volume of calls, people complaining about these iPhones, we're offering a full refund. Now, guys, you do not want to accept this refund, because if you're like me, and like a lot of other people, you probably have a lot of money invested in your iPhones, and you just can't accept that. Now, the first thing I told them when they told me that was, you know what, this isn't an option, because I have so much money invested in this iPhone that at this point, I'm in so deep with y'all, I'm just going to see it out. And I want to try something else before I actually go ahead and get my money back. And then that would be a different issue in itself. Now, guys, I have a $30 screen protector on this phone. I have two $30 cases, and I have $70 insurance on this phone. And I know a lot of y'all are just like me and have all these different things in this phone, so that's stuff that isn't going to get refunded, so don't accept the refund. That's the stupidest thing you could do. Especially since at this point, there are a lot of fixes with these replacement phones. Now, I will say, this replacement phone does not have the proximity sensor issues. So, the Apple Care guy was completely correct on that. Okay, anyway, once you get across to them that, hey, I'm not taking a refund, I want to stick this out with y'all, talk about your options. They're going to talk about software. Say, you know what, I need a phone now. I work for a business where I can't be dropping calls, and basically, I need to work in order to pay my phone bill. And this isn't acceptable. The phone hasn't been out for a month, and we're already having these kind of problems. I can only imagine just sound frustrated. It's not hard. The Apple Care representatives are really nice people. It's the Apple geniuses that give you problems. Now, once you talk to these guys, they're going to tell you, okay, well, in that case, let's try to set something up, and say, okay, well, give them your information. They're going to send you to an Apple store. Now, guys, here's where I had the most problems, and here's where most of y'all are going to have all the problems. The Apple Care people will probably tell you over the phone that they can get you a replacement phone, just on the basis that a lot of the problems that this phone has are not software issues. Now, where it's going to get tricky is once you get to the Apple store. The first thing you're going to do is wait in line, get your appointment, go in there, talk to them, and they're going to tell you, okay, this is a software fix. I can't just give you a new phone. I'm sorry. This isn't how we operate. Well, now, the responses to all these are going to be, one, I drove over an hour to come here, so it's going to be an hour here and an hour back. And over the phone, your company told me that they could do something for me. And now you're telling me that you can't do anything for me. Next, they're going to tell you, well, I'm sorry about that, sir. Let me see what I can do. And just basically don't give up, guys. Do not give up. Whatever you do, get across to them that, hey, the process of elimination says that first off, the first one didn't work, so the next one, so I'm going to try a replacement, and then maybe the next one will work. And if that one doesn't work, then you'll talk about a refund. But even then, don't accept the mediocrity. These phones are so expensive. Just get across. You waited in line the first day. You paid top dollar. Apple is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. This isn't acceptable. And really, guys, as long as you get in their faces, call them out on things, they're going to keep throwing a whole bunch of big words at you and sound like they know more than they do. Guys, these Apple geniuses are not geniuses. They're not certified in any way, form, or fashion. They're just regular people like you and me. They have to take a couple classes, I think. But anyway, call them out on everything. Call them out on the antenna. Call them out on the proximity. The proximity sensor is not something that every phone has. That's the next thing you should get across to them. Be like, well, okay, my friends don't have this problem. And then they're going to tell you, have you updated? You can say, you know what, I heard the update makes it worse. Guys, updates are not mandatory. Contrary to popular belief, you do not have to do that. Even when you go in there, they're going to tell you you have to, but you can say, hey, if you want to give me a phone that's already updated, that's fine, but I don't want to take this phone that's not updated. So just get across to them all your issues. Really, the biggest thing that I found that helped me was that I had my caseworker, or the guy that was working on my case, the AppleCare rep, over the phone. I told him, please make notes that I can't keep going without a phone, that this has to end today, that I'm driving an hour. And once I got there, as I'm going to show y'all on this form if I can find it. Let me read this to y'all. Hold on a sec. Okay, on my phone, it said, reduced proximity sensor not responding, phone calls dropping, referred to AppleCare case notes, proposed resolution replacement phone. So my AppleCare representative already had let the person know, the genius. Even though the genius knew this, they still argued with me. And that's how it's going to be, guys. So, you know, don't go in there expecting an easy situation. But just know that it's worth it, and it'll take you about 20 minutes. Bottom line, they're going to replace your phone. Don't take no for an answer. Whatever you do, keep going, keep going, keep going. Because as you can see with this phone, the death grip has gotten a lot better. See? That's 3 bars. I know you can't tell if it's glass on glass. And death grip. And it just, everything else has been great on this phone. I mean, I really have no complaints at all whatsoever, aside from the death grip. But that's going to be addressed in a couple of months. In a couple of weeks, I'm sorry. So, you know, just go in there, make the appointment, let them know what you have invested in the phone, let them know your problems. Guys, you probably will have to be rude to the AppleCare geniuses. That's just the bottom line. But you know what? At one point or another, you're going to have to be rude to somebody. So why not be rude to someone that doesn't want to give you a new phone after the phone they sold you doesn't work? Alright, so this has been my video. I hope it helped. If y'all have any questions, any kind of comments, post them on my page. Guys, I'm sorry this took me so long. I've been in the middle of classes. I've been in the middle of all kinds of stuff. But as you can see, I did get 2 replacement phones. And guys, this will work for y'all. If y'all have any questions, any ideas on videos, let me know, you know. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I'm signing out, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for watching.